Terence, you're here to support your new stablemate, Maurice Hooker, fighting back here on this card. But I want to ask you, you're about a week removed from your last fight, a tougher fight that I think a lot of people expected it to be. What did you think of your performance?
Well, I expected my opponent to be tough, you know. I've been following him for a long time. I've seen him fight live in person. You know, what do you expect from a two-time Olympian? And I give myself a B-. You know, I did a lot of things in there wrong. I fought the wrong fight, but at the same time, you know, I got the job done in tremendous fashion, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Your promoter, Bob Arum, says he wants to make a fight between you and Sean Porter. Both you and Porter have said it's going to be about us. We're going to decide if we make that fight. Have you had a chance to talk to Sean in the last week, and where does that stand?
No, not at all. You know, like I said, that's not a fight that I'm focused on right now or even worried about. You know, I'm focused on other things right now.
You're not interested in a Porter fight?
Well, you know, if we had to fight, you know, and if it made sense, then that would be a fight that we both would agree upon. But I feel like right now, you know, that's not something that we should discuss right now because it's nothing on the table for me.
Another fight that's been talked about for you is Patrick Teixeira just won a piece of the 154-pound title. That would involve you moving up another weight class. Does that interest you?
Well, you know, I haven't heard anything about that, you know, so I can't really, you know, give my take on that. I seen him fight Adames. We watched that fight, you know, at my house in training camp, and he looks, you know what I mean, all right, boxing. And he did everything he had to do to get the job done that night against Carlos.
Is moving up in weight, though, something, do you feel like you're good at 147, 54 might be too big, or how do you feel about that?
Well, you know, like I always said, with my skills, I feel like I can go up in weight if I wanted to, but I'm at 147 right now, and that's the weight that I'm campaigning at. So that's the weight that I'm focused at.
All right, let's talk about Maurice Hooker. In your camp for the first time, working with Bomac as his trainer. Give us the scouting report on what you've seen out of Hooker going into this fight.
Well, he's more motivated. You know, he's been listening more. He's been trying to sharpen up the things that he needs to sharpen up. And, you know, he's been working hard. He's been working tremendously hard, and he's in shape, and he's ready to go tonight.
When you make a trainer change, sometimes it doesn't click with a new trainer. We've seen that happen a bunch of times in the past. From what you've seen, Bomac, Hooker, how's their chemistry?
Well, it's good because this is not the first time that Mo's been in training camp with us. You know, so the chemistry was already there before him and his coach came out there and trained with us, and we had like a training camp. He was on one side, I was on the other side, but at the same time, him and my coaches, you know, helped each other out, and his coach helped me out, and so we was kind of like one as you know, we is today.
Will we see a different Maurice Hooker?
We shall see. You know, it's hard to say, you know, because, you know, this is the first time that he's under the tutelage of my coaches, but everybody know once you get in a fight, it's hard to say. Once you get punched, you might go back to your old ways, and, you know, we all excited to see what fight we're going to see from Mo.
Thanks, Terence.
Thank you.
All right, there's Chris Mannix just moments ago, obviously, since he's standing right next to me now. I know it makes fans nuts, so I just want to briefly touch on that. You know, Bud Crawford's a great welterweight. So is Errol Spence, who's also a titleist. So is Sean Porter, who you mentioned there. So is Manny Pacquiao, who beat Keith Thurman. And fans just want to know, well, this should be a golden era of welterweights, and yet when do they start fighting or at least calling each other out? Crawford actually didn't want to do that there.
I have no confidence that we'll see Bud Crawford in with a top 147 from the proverbial other side of the street anytime soon. You heard his answer on Sean Porter. He didn't sound overly enthused about making that matchup. We don't know the status of Errol Spence. He hasn't even been seen since that car accident.
Right.
So, look, 2020 I don't think is the year that we see Bud Crawford in with one of those top guys.